All right, there he is. Before we get to Montana, let me say our NFL picks are sponsored by MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com and use code word Jerry for huge discounts, such as the standard MyPillow, which is normally $69.98, is only $19.98 with code word Jerry. And may I recommend the slippers? They have awesome slippers. I got myself a pair. It's getting cold in those mornings. You want your MyPillow slippers. Check them out at mypillow.com and use code word Jerry with a G. Montante, let's get to the big question. Is Taylor Swift going to be at the Jets game? That's what I need to know. What's your prediction?
I'll be driving home from New England during that time. Is there going to be Taylor Swift traffic? Are there going to be freaks there just to see her? Like, is that a thing?
If she's there, definitely.
Stay away. I hate her.
I've been watching lots of cable news, of course, and I've been online. It is such a thing. It's such a crossover from Taylor Swift's world to the NFL. These two worlds are colliding, and it is the big question. I think this game is fascinating, by the way. I really do. We'll start with it, I guess, because I wanted to talk to you about it because you're a Jets guy.
We have a format here. There's format. These things mean nothing to you.
Well, we're going to get to you making the picks. But
all right, go ahead, Swifty.
Jets. I find the Jets game fascinating and because there's these two worlds colliding. The Jets are a mess. They're fighting on the sidelines. They're home, but they got no quarterback. The quarterback stinks. The Chiefs have the best quarterback in the world. They got the Taylor Swift element at play. Chiefs are huge favorites. Jets fans are going to get so angry. You're going to be at the game?
No. God, no. Going to pay me to go to that.
It's going to get nasty. If they get routed and they're 10-point underdogs, it'll be so nasty in New York. They will have to bench Zach Wilson for his own good. There'll be fights, there'll be brawls, there'll be drunks, they'll be flipping off the camera and throwing things. I am looking forward to this possible disaster in New York.
Yeah, the locker room is absolutely falling apart. Robert Saleh, it's like, I don't know what the blackmail that the entire Wilson family is holding over his head, but the locker room's not having it. He's the worst quarterback I've ever seen. I've been watching Jets football my entire life. This is the disaster. And this is one of those games where the math is just mathing for me. So do you see the Jets defense who's on the verge of giving up? And I don't blame them. Do you see them holding the best offense in the NFL under 20 points?
No.
I don't see the Jets.
Do you see the Jets getting to 10 points?
No. You know what?
No. Jets can't cover. Impossible. It's an impossible game for the Jets to cover. Kansas City -9.5. Easy.
You know what? You're right. That's a good way to look at it. The Jets would need like a punt return for a touchdown, a defensive touchdown. They'd need some fluky stuff to happen. I think eventually if Taylor Swift is still in the picture, she's going to tear that team apart. They're going to lose, and she's going to be Yoko Ono, but not against the Jets. The Jets aren't a real threat. And you know what? It's kind of sad, Montante, because you got a pretty good team there. You do.
Yeah, it's going to the wayside. It's an embarrassment what's happened this year.
It's a wasted year until Colin Kaepernick comes in and saves you guys. I mean, you got nothing. So we all agree. We're all taking the Chiefs.
Yeah. The only blackmail I want associated with the New York Jets is them signing Colin Kaepernick to the practice squad. I'm going to take the Chiefs -9.5.
One last question on the Jets, because I'm fascinated by this, Montante. How bad is this guy Boyle? He's worse.
He's not bad. He's not. He's competent. We know what Zach Wilson is. Tim Boyle's a decent player. Was backing up Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay for a little bit. We know what Zach Wilson is. Tim Boyle can't win you a game, but he won't lose you a game. That throw on 4th and 10 by Zach Wilson made me want to harm myself. And I don't feel that way ever. I'm not suicidal. I was looking for objects to harm myself. 4th and 10, and you dump the ball down to a coveted tight end 2 yard. No, Tim Boyle's not doing that. Put Tim Boyle in the game.
That should have been his last play. I tweeted about it. It was embarrassing.
Right
NFL quarterback on 4th down throws into the flat to a tight end on 4th and 10. Had zero chance of converting that. It wasn't a running back who could make a move. It was a tight end. He should have been benched right there and then. You know it's over. He doesn't have the mental ability to perform that job. But
no,
right,
not at all.
We're all in on the Chiefs.
We're working backwards here. I just want to go over last week. You're so enthralled by Taylor Swift. I'm having a terrible year. I had a terrible week. I went 1-4 last week. Jerry, you actually were the opposite. You went 4-1. Craig went 2-3. Embarrassed to say it right now, Jerry and I, we're tied at 5-9 on the year. Craig is the leader in the clubhouse at 6-8. Yikes!
Wow, we are just kicking ass.
Wow.
By the way,
Wow.
Craig, you look like a middle school bully from like the 90s. Why did you cut your hair like that?
Look how happy he
My
looks.
hair like that. I cut like this all the time.
Oh, he looks like a buzz cut. Oh, jeez.
No.
Okay, that was not evident by looking at you. Sorry.
You shouldn't be shaming hair, Baldy. You're lucky you got fucking hair on your face right now.
He's,
That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a Newsmax word.
Whoops. Let me mark that.
he looks like our own John Fetterman. We have our own John Fetterman. There he is.
I'll take that.
Oh my God, really?
All right. Well, I'm feeling good. I went 4-1, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. So what else we got?
So tonight, Thursday night football, to start off week 4, we have Detroit on the road. The line moved to -2, but when we sent it last night, we'll keep it there, which kind of shows where I'm leaning. Detroit giving 1.5 in Green Bay tonight. I'll start off. Green Bay, their defense is number 22 against the running back, number 21 against the tight end. So that means Detroit can use the two backs, Gibbs and Montgomery, who I think is going to play tonight. And they have this kid, Laporta, who is a stud rookie tight end. That being said, I really like them. Then I looked at the numbers. Detroit is 11-2 against the spread the last 13, and they are 10-2 against the spread the last 12 against Green Bay. Give me Matt Goff. We saw what he did in Arrowhead week 1. Thursday night's going to repeat itself. Give me the Lions -1.5.
I'll take the Packers at home getting points. The Packers had a big comeback. That's the only game I got wrong. They came back and won, but they didn't cover.
And by the way, Jerry, but people always say, "Oh, I'll just lay the 2. I don't want to lay the juice." Right? Money line on like that game might have been -130. Like, oh, they won't lose by 2, right? You lost that game last week by a point. So that's where, if you're actually betting it, you just bet them to win. That's where that comes into play. So yeah, you were 1 point away from a perfect week last week.
I will take Jordan Love and the Packers at home getting 1.5.
I'm going with the Lions as well. They're on a roll. I can't look away. And their coach looks like he could beat the Packers by himself. So I'm going to go with the Lions.
I wouldn't rule that out.
What else?
Next game, we're going to go into Houston. And this is one of the games you probably saw or second that I chose, but too bad. Pittsburgh on the road in Houston. Pittsburgh is laying 2.5. Pittsburgh's defense, they're number 28 against the wide receiver. Why do I mention that? Rookie quarterback Stroud for Houston they're throwing the ball all over the place. So this Pittsburgh's defense, it's vulnerable. And I trust that D'Amico Ryans, the rookie head coach there for Houston, I think he's going to win the turnover battle. I think his defense can get after Pickett a little bit. They win the turnover battle. They score some points. I take Houston at home getting 2.5.
I do as well. They blew out the Jags, Ironheads Jags, last week, and they're at home, and I think they're hitting their stride. They have good wideouts. Stroud has some good guys to throw to, good weapons. I'll take the whatever they're called, Texans getting 2.5.
I'm gonna actually go with the Steelers on this one.
Good.
Normally you'd say good, but I don't want to hear it. Bottom in the basement, you guys over there. I'm at the top for now, and this is going to determine if I stay there or not. Is this game?
Always get such cogent analysis from Ironhead, don't we? It just
Want me to start being like, I think it's gonna
give me some trends. Give me some
I want
trends.
the trends. Montante reads them at the beginning.
No, the trends here, if you wanted the trends, not too much between these two teams historically, because Houston's kind of new. On the spread against this year, Houston is 1-2, Pittsburgh's 2-1. I think that they're both 500 against the spread after this game. Houston.
All right, now we got what? New England at
We're gonna go to your sweet little Patriots on the road in Dallas, quote unquote America's team still. I don't know if that still holds true. Dallas is laying a full touchdown. Dallas is coming off probably the most embarrassing game for any team this year, losing outright to hairless Josh Dobbs and the Arizona Cardinals. So that's a pretty big number, for being honest. And there's two quarterbacks that I think nationally are trending opposite directions. Dak is going down. Mac is kind of ticking up. He's grabbing people's balls, so he's got to cut that out. But nonetheless,
reaction. That was the biggest overreaction in football.
Oh, stop! You can't do that.
No, he is a chippy player. He is a little dirty. He is a little.
I will
dirty.
say he's a
which I like.
weasel. He's a weasel.
Go ahead. Let's get back to it.
So we're going to go trends here. Trends. New England are 2-8 against the spread the last 10. Dallas is 7-3 against the spread the last 10 home games. I'll lay the number. It's an ugly number, but I'll lay the -7 for Dallas and the home team.
I have a bad feeling about the Patriots this week. I mean, they were one tip ball in the end zone. Randall Cobb catches that.
I thought he was getting that.
They are 0-3 and losing to the Jets. They struggled. There's not been one moment where you're really impressed with the Patriots this year so far. It's been ugly, and I think it continues to be ugly. Are they honoring Zeke Elliott in Dallas? They're gonna have a halftime ceremony?
Probably.
No shot.
But you know what? I would probably pick the Patriots if the Cowboys had beaten Arizona. But it's one of those games where Arizona beat them, embarrassed them. They are a little more desperate than normal. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Given 7, I'm with you, Montante.
I'm going to take the 7 with the Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott is going to have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. You watch.
100 yards, right?
I don't think he can physically do that. He's absolutely washed
it's
up.
going to happen, and he's going to jump in that Salvation Army tin just to throw it up everyone's ass.
I do like when they do that. So the last game, the Jerry game of the week, I think we're seeing a trend here. He just can pick every Miami game.
How do you not pick this as a featured game? It's the best game of the year.
Because I'm trying to win money here. This game, I went back and forth about 6 times after I got the notification. That's what we're going to do this morning. Miami on the road in Buffalo. Buffalo laying 3. They say in the NFL, home field is worth 3 points. So they're saying if this, was played anywhere, these teams are even. Now, I was going to go Buffalo because how do you not take Miami after they're scoring 1,000 points like they're, it's like D1 football. This is insane what's going on with this team. How do you not? So I was going to take Buffalo, but then I looked at it. So they're the hotter team. Then I looked at the trend. Miami is 6-0 against the spread the last 6. Buffalo is 2-7 against the spread the last 7 against AFC East teams. I'll take the cheese. I'll take the hottest team on planet Earth. I'll take the 3 points in Miami.
So it's 3 points. I'm with you. Miami last week, 70 points, 726 yards. First team ever with 350 yards on the ground and in the air. They got something going, man. They have figured something out. It feels like the winner of this is going to the Super Bowl. The best winner of this is the best team in the AFC with the Bengals struggling mightily. I don't know how you can't pick Miami to just keep it going. And they're getting points. I'm with you. I'm with the Fins.
Yeah, you have to take them until they have the wheels fall off, which could be this week. They could, Buffalo is known for throwing dildos on the field, could hit Tua in the head, put him out for a few weeks. You never know, but
that's good analysis. Actually, the best analysis you ever given.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill said this week he wants to go into porn when he retires.
I saw that.
Yeah. Well, he's an amateur, female fighter, so at least he's going a different direction when he.
I was going to say he'll get into
that. Or those kids. He beats kids, right? Sorry.
No, he beat his wife too. I thought, or his girlfriend.
Good, solid guy. That's a guy that if he couldn't run really fast would be either in prison or dead. I'll say it. I don't care. He's a low life, but he's good at football. He's good at football.
Spectacular play, changes the game, and Tua is lucky to have him. Is that it? We're all in on Miami?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we're all in, which makes me really think that
I know
Buffalo just, kind of puts out the fire, which is Miami. But hey, listen, we'll see. That team that's the most fun team to watch in the NFL over the last 6-7 years. Everyone said it'd be Kansas City, but Miami, you can't look away. You come back, they scored a touchdown. How they do it. Tyreek, 98, they're unbelievable.
We got some great quarterbacks in the NFL right now, great offenses, and
Zach Wilson, Tua, Mahomes.
Not your Jets, but Miami, Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati. All right, before we let you go, Montante, are you betting on the Ryder Cup? Do you bet?
I will. What I'll do is I'll see whoever is the underdog going into the last day and bet them. I don't know much about golf. I just want a little juice on it. That's all.
I go back and forth on this. The Ryder Cup's amazing. In the last 30 years, there's like 3 points to separate the two sides. It's been close. It's been unpredictable. I'm going to go with the home team. This course looks just like the crowd's going to be a factor. They have a massive stadium built around the first tee, and these people are going to be doing that ole thing all day. And on top of that, Europe is good. They got good. Both teams are good. Victor Hovland just got a hole in one on a par 4 in the practice round. So I think
Crazy.
some good vibes around Europe. So I'm going to predict
Yeah.
Europe. If I were betting, I would bet on Europe.
My favorite, because this is in Italy, right? They're playing in Italy.
Yes. outside
Yeah,
of
they
Rome.
have an offshore books. You can take plus 1,800. I think is good value. You can get a boat of African migrants to wash up and invade Italy live. So I think that's really good value the way things are going. So plus
That's what they're going to
1,800,
do.
the African migrants.
The whole country's going to be watching golf, and they're going to sneak in.
A bunch of
hundreds
Ethiopians running across the green. Yeah. So that should be
All
fun
right,
to watch.
All right, Montante. Thanks, man. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. See you.